Hi, my name's Amy. I am Amy Angel on DOA, and now that I have a computer that can handle video, I have decided to try and make a few little YouTube videos to see if I can help out some of the new BJD owners. This one is going to be about something that I get asked about a lot, and that is wiring. How and why would you wire a BJD? The main reason for wiring a BJD is to add some extra range to a single jointed doll, and you can also do it to assist in stability. For example, this is Saphira, and she is a resin sole knee. Resin soles are known for their kickiness, floppiness. They're just not great posers. She's a 27 centimeter one, and as you can see, you can just plop her down. She stands like a rock. She has been sueded and wired in her knees and in her arms, and you know, she poses quite well. I mean, she's not going to meet out a mini fee, but she stands very solidly. You can just pick her up, move her around, plop her down. There she stands. Wiring really helps with that. I've wired my MSD size resin sole, and he is solid as a rock too. One thing that it does do, she's not real cuddly now. No floppiness. She can move, she can bend, she can pose, she can, you know, do what the other dolls can do, but the wiring does stiffen her up a little bit. As for single joints, what you often see is, this is Baron. He is a Latirucus head, but he's on an old Dream of Doll body. And his body is single jointed, and I don't know if you can really see, but that's the extent that his arm will bend, because it's single jointed. You can see there's no extra peanut piece in there. It's just, that's it. That's as far as it goes. You know, that's it. So I would like to wire him to give him a little more range of motion in his arm. Okay, so what you need to wire. You need wire. I have 14 gauge solid copper here. I prefer coated. I'm out of coated, so I'm going to use this. It'll work just fine. It might show a little in the elbow joint, but you know, it doesn't really matter. He wears long sleeves, so we're good. A wire cutter. These are just a simple cheap pair of needle nose pliers that have a side cutter. These are a good thing to have if you're a BJD owner anyway. They can be helpful for, you know, pulling on S-hooks and restringing and that sort of thing. What I also use, and I don't know if anybody else does this or not, I use Teflon plumber's tape. It's called thread seal tape there. This stuff is super cheap. You know, 50 cents a dollar maybe. You can get it at any hardware store, any store that carries much plumbing supplies is going to have it. Lowe's, that sort of thing. It's meant to go around the threads when you screw in your shower head or something so it doesn't leak. Very cheap. It's very cheap. So, where the wire goes. I like the length of the wire to be from the middle of the upper arm to the middle of the lower arm. You can, if you need to, go all the way from here up through the shoulders, around to the other side, and down the other arm. He does not need that. I think I did do that on Saphira. That'll stiffen up the shoulders somewhat. I think he really just needs it in the elbows. So, let me get my wire. Try not to poke him with it. And that's about the length of wire I need. Not very much. Just a little bit. So, I'm going to cut that with my side cutters. And I've got this just little piece of wire. Now what I'm going to do with the Teflon tape is, when you cut the wire, sometimes the edges are a little sharp. So, and you really don't want that. You don't want it to scratch up your doll. So, I kind of just wind it around. It's not a sticky tape, you just stretch it and it kind of covers, and you just pull it to tear it and then wrap it. And that just sort of pads the end a little bit, makes it not so sharp. So I'm going to do that to okay, so now we have our piece of wire with the Teflon tape on both ends, and now we're going to wire his arm. You notice I'm not unstringing him. I'm not even undressing him. And it's really not necessary. He's a little loose. He could probably stand to be restrung, but this will work just fine. I'm putting it down in the lower part of the arm, and I'm going to pull up and feed it up into the upper part of the upper arm, and there he is wired. You can see now he can bend his elbow much farther. It's not real attractive. You can see the wire, but he wears long sleeves. No one will ever see that. Now he can, touch his face, bend his arm more, hold things more securely, without his arm straightening out or kicking. So now he is restrung. He is wired. Now he's all wired. We'll help him pose. I may do his knees later to, help him stand a little more sturdy, though he's a pretty good stander as it is. I will definitely do his other arm here shortly. You can see the difference. Here's this arm that has been wired, and this is as far as this arm will bend. That's a pretty big difference there. Pretty big difference. So, that's my little not so great first video about wiring, so hopefully it helped someone out there. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. I'm going to try and post a little bit more just because this is fun. I'll show a little bit about each of my dolls, maybe. Maybe I'll do a restringing one. I've had requests for a face-up tutorial. I'm not sure that I will, I'm not sure I can handle doing that. It'd take forever to do a face-up, but I might. So that will be somewhere long down the road once I'm a little more experienced at this. So thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your comments, and subscribe if you'd like to. Thank you if you'd like to.